Hi guys, the Determined Gardener here. You are looking at my peony hedge. If you have peonies, you know these are beautiful plants, but unfortunately, they love to kiss the ground right there. That's right, kissing the ground. Lots of other peonies falling and drooping. So what I did, I recently went to Home Depot and I got these stakes. So what I'm going to do is upright these peonies. They already have gates underneath, but since they are so tall, they need that extra support. So I'm going to show you what I do to keep my peonies upright. What I'm going to do is stake the peonies. These are very heavy heads, and this is already inside a gate. You can see right here, it's already inside the gate, but the gate is maybe about 12 inches tall. These peony you see here is almost close to 3 feet. I got this stake, so I'm not sure if it's going to hold up, but it needs the extra support. So I'm going to put it inside the gate like that, so it has extra support. Made sure that I got a bigger stake so it can fit 2 peony heads. Now this is kind of drooping a little bit, so I'm going to make sure I stick it further in the ground so it can stay up. You can see for yourself the peony looking a lot better now that it is upright instead of kissing the ground. So again, this one is kind of low. So I bought about 5 stakes. I'm going to give you a look at my peony hedge. You can see how beautiful it looks, but take a look at that. That's right, we're going to do a lot of cleanup today. Also, I'm going to show you how to stake these peonies, which I've just showed you, and I'm going to show you what to do when it starts to look like this. So I'm going to do the other process, the same process right here. You can see droopy peonies. I'm going to gather as much stems as I can to utilize this stake. Right here, and it is pretty windy today, so that's the issue. Once it's very windy, these peonies don't stay upright. All right, this one doesn't want to stay, and I may have to get some extra support for this. There we go. So that's the best I can do right now. So guys, remember when I told you I had gates? What I'm going to do is raise the gate a little higher so this peony will have extra support. You can see right here, the stake right here. So I'm going to raise it on all 3 ends so it gets a little bit more support. And I'm going to do it on this side. You see the gate right here? I'm going to raise it. And I'm going to bring you a little close. You see right there, that's the gate, and it's a circle gate, and when I planted it, it was maybe about 7 inches, so this goes up to maybe about 12 inches. You can see the peony right there. So Garden Gems, gates don't always do the trick. You can see this peony is still floppy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to use some rope on this peony, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing. But I'm just going to give you a look at my peony garden. You can see this is a vanilla. I don't know the actual brand or style, but you can see this is a more white, and you can see the yellow in the center. These peonies have not bloomed yet. And this is Bold Beauty. And this has white outer petals with yellow inside. And this one is almost the same variety, but it has a fuchsia. And this one is pink. And this is the beautiful Sandra Bernhardt, one variety. You can see how beautiful that is. So what I did with my peonies, I did not just get the same variety of peonies. I got different varieties of peonies that bloom at different times. So if you want to do that, I think that's the best thing. Get different varieties of peonies so they are blooming. This one is this blooms in mid-spring, and you can see that it's already dying. but the Sandra Bernhardt ones are coming up. And this one is also Sandra Bernhardt. So that's the trick. Get peonies that bloom at different times, so you always have a beautiful hedge to look at. And you can see this middle part will be blooming in the next couple of weeks, and that part right there, it's beautiful, but it is starting to die. And this one has recently started to bloom. For Garden Gems, I bought this garden twine at my regular garden center. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use enough rope so I can support it. I have these clippers that I'm going to use to cut. It's advisable to use scissors. There we go. So what I'm going to do now is string it up to the gate. And I'm going to use this right here to support. And then find the gate and then string it up to the gate. It's a tricky process. And you know what? I'm going to use this whole area right here and get more hydrangeas to stand up. So I don't know if this is going to work. This is the first time I'm doing this. But again, hydrangeas love to pop. So these are the little flowers, what they do have to and I'm going to take this string and to the gate. Oh wow, this is not working. Okay, here we go. And I think I may have to do this process again. It's trial and error. Here we go again. And now it's looking a little better. Here we go. Right there. It's standing up, you can see. Right there, standing up. I'm sorry guys, that was not on camera, but you can see it is now standing up. It's so much better. And now I'm doing the camera by myself, but before that was floppy, and you can see the twine right here, this twine, and then the extra support. But unfortunately, this is what you have to do with these peonies, because they have such big heads, and when it's a windy day like this, it does flop. So in order to protect your peony, this is just what you're gonna have to do. So guys, I'm going to demonstrate it again because it was off camera. I'm going to use this one right here, which is not leaning so bad, but I would like it to be upright. I have my garden twine, and I am going to string the twine to the gate right below right here, you see. This is floppy. I have the twine right here. I'm going to move it further up. You can see now it's standing up. And I'm going to go right below it and pin it to the gate. Sorry guys if this is not the greatest video, but you get my drift, right? If you have a gate, just pin it to the ground, pin the peony up like so, and make sure you get the head of it. And you don't have to string it to the gate. You can actually string it to the stake. Just use what you got. And I'm twirling it around. And again, this what you, if there's no proper way, it's just keeping it upright. And now you can see it is standing up much better than before. Now Garden Gems, it always pains me to cut peony blooms, but the good thing about cutting peony blooms, and the reason why you may want to cut peony blooms is because their heads are so heavy, and it creates a mess, you can see. So what you're going to do is cut right here. You see this one right here? See, it's all dead. You're going to cut right at above the leaf like this. So now this is gone, and you're going to cut any spent blooms. And the reason why you want to cut these is because it's not going to generate new buds, but it is going to give the energy back to the plant. And hopefully the buds right here will now blossom, because if you're putting all the energy into these spent blooms like this, it's wasting all that energy. So again, you want to clip any of the blooms that don't look good. And again, you will go to where the stem is, where it meets the leaf, and you'll cut. I'll give you a closer look again, right above the leaf. You can choose either this one or this one. To be safe, I would just choose this one and cut just like that. So we have a lot of peony dead blooms. They're not dead, but they are spent. So we're just gonna do that process. This one right here, you can see right here. I don't know if you can see it. Nope, you can't. I'll move the camera further down because I'm the only one doing this. Right there, yes, right here, you see? Again, sorry guys, but I'm going to cut right like this. So you can see what a mess they can make. All these petals that I'm gonna have to pick up. And don't forget to go inside your garden too and pick up these petals that are just left on the ground, because if you leave them there, it can harm, not harm, but it can harbor pests. So you want to pick them up. You want to really just keep your garden as clean as possible, because you don't want to invite any pests or any bugs that may not be beneficial for your garden. So I'm going to do a lot of cleanup. You can see some of the blooms have fallen on the leaves, so I have to get it up. But again, peonies are beautiful plants, but they do take a lot of work. Again, if you are thinking of getting some peonies, they do last for a very, very long time. They are beautiful plants, but again, if you do not stake them on a windy day or on a rainy day, all the petals will be on the ground like this, and you won't get as much bang for your buck. You'll wonder why you got these plants. But again, if you do stake them, that's the best way to do it. You can use either these garden gates like this, or use rope, or a combination of rope and garden gates and stakes. So again, thank you so much for joining me here on my channel, The Determined Gardener. I have lots more stuff that I have to do in a cleanup. But again, if you like this video and you've got any useful tips from this video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share it with your family and friends. Any one of you guys who have peonies, you should be staking them now, because if you don't, this could be a whole complete hot mess. Right here, I have to stake that, and I have a couple other ones that I have to stake. But again, thank you so much for joining me here on my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video. Until the next time, happy gardening, everyone. Bye-bye.